Hey guys, very good morning and welcome to another YouTube video. So in today's episode, dollar index and the major dollar pairs are going to be discussed. So with that said, let's dive straight in. So starting off with the dollar index pushed up significantly after taking out this low, which I mentioned in last week's video. As we can see, we had a bullish trend and came from this demand zone. So we had liquidation, demand and a bullish trend, all resulting in a push further up in towards the highs. Of course, we had supply located over here. However, this supply zone was already tapped into multiple times, resulting in a weaker supply zone that most likely was going to get run. So as we can clearly see, pushed up in towards the highs and took out the highs. So at this moment, we have a very large bullish range, ranging from all the way from this swing low all the way up in towards this swing high, and this swing high of 105.260 was also called out inside the community and in I think last week's video. So at the moment we have a very large bullish swing range, waiting for a further pullback from the dollar index, and expecting one for sure. Could be potentially all the way back down, at least in towards this sell before the big buy. Looking at the daily, currently located in supply, taking out this liquidity high, so wouldn't be surprised if the dollar index were to push down once again. So looking at Aussie dollar next, Aussie dollar is still bearish. Remember that. I do think that we are going to see lower prices in the near future. Wouldn't be surprised if the weekly starts shifting towards the swing low of 0.67768. However, an intraday pullback would be preferable, but as we can see with Aussie dollar, often when it does just start trending, it can just keep on trending for a very long period of time. So I would be looking for Aussie dollar shorts. Sadly, last week I did not get tagged into this short, but still expecting further downside from this pair, taking out this low in accordance with the overall daily and weekly trend. So euro dollar is currently located in daily demand, as we can clearly see, pushed up again from it, called this area of demand last week already, expecting a pullback from the dollar index as well. So that could result in a further push up on euro dollar, waiting for a push up in towards this buy before the sell at least. So yeah, expecting some short term further upside from euro dollar in line with the overall daily trend. We could even see a shift all the way up, taking out this liquidity high in towards supply. So yeah, looking for a euro dollar long. Then pound dollar did not react to my demand zones at all, so also did not try and take any longs. Currently created a new area of supply located pretty much just over here. If pound dollar were to pull back, I would be looking for a new trade. At the moment, nothing really interesting on this pair. Heavily overextended. You could start looking for a long in the near future, especially once we start closing, I would say, above this high or this high. But yeah, for now, I'm not really interested in trading this pair. Main focus would be on euro dollar solely, together with the dollar index. Then Kiwi dollar currently located in daily demand. However, we are still in a bearish trend on the daily and also on the weekly. So therefore, let me see, by the way, are we bearish on the weekly? Yeah, we are. So we're bearish on the weekly as well, bearish on the daily, so expecting for the downside. Looking at demand wise, I would say this is your area of interest, so keep an eye out for this zone over here at around 0.61560. That is next for Kiwi dollar most likely. Then gold pushed down beautifully in towards my area of demand after coming from my area of supply, which I called out multiple times last week. As we can see, came from this area of demand, pushed all the way up, 1, 2, 3, boom, demand, liquidation, pushed up in towards supply at 1877.16, called that multiple times, and then dumped back down in towards 1824.80. And then we're now seeing some bullish reaction to this area of demand. However, the 4 hour is now bearish, keep that in mind, but the daily demand zone is a very nice area to look for a pullback from. So just keep that in mind when trading. I wouldn't be surprised if gold were to push up higher in the near future, but for that to happen, I would first want to see this high over here get taken out, because at the moment the 15-minute is in a bearish order flow. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. At the moment, my CAD Swiss long has reached its full target from last week. So great news, and hope some of you were able to profit from it. So yeah, that's it for today, and thank you so much for tuning in, and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Thanks, guys.